The word VP, you hear it in organizations a lot, vice president. I think it probably should stand for visibly passionate. My name is Rob Lambert and I help managers in organizations release agility through people, process and strong, effective leadership communication. So the one thing that I'm really passionate about is helping managers release agility in organizations. That's the thing, that potential that managers have in their teams and their people is insane, and it's often untapped or it's often squandered. It's ruined by managers that have no idea how to release agility in an organization, how to treat people like people. The first thing is it's a manager's responsibility and leadership responsibility to paint a really clear picture of where we're going. This is like a true north, a shining light. This is the future that we're trying to achieve, and this is what it looks like. And the reality is why are we not achieving that future? And that's the second step that managers need to do. They need to understand why we're not there and be honest about it. Not rumors, not hearsay, none of this sort of corridor conversations about it, but get to the facts. And then the third thing managers need to do is they need to build an amazing team around that. And that requires a few things. So if you imagine it from a staff member, a direct report's perspective, is they need to know how they're contributing to the success. They need to understand what success looks like. They need to work out how to be measured. They need to know who's going to help them. And they need this clarity over what role they play within this organization. And then finally, what a manager also needs to do is then build those systems of productivity. Now, this might be Scrum, Kanban, whatever works for your organization. Because what we're trying to do here is release agility. And agility is nothing more than the ability to move quickly and smoothly towards your goal. And release just means let free, unconstrained. So a high-performing team is made up of high-performing individuals. And I think one of the things that we make a mistake of in our industry is assuming that we manage and we organize teams. We don't, we organize individuals. And those individuals need to be able to work together. When you get a high-performing team together or high-performing individuals together towards a shared common goal, is management becomes really quite straightforward. Very few conversations around performance because people are just performing. And that really is the hallmark of a truly successful team. That collective consciousness about what role everybody plays, heading towards that shining light. I think the biggest challenge that businesses can face in the next 10 years are the lack of creativity and ingenuity that many companies have, because they have the same people, they've been there for a long time, there's not a massive amount of change in terms of people. The creativity in the marketplace is really what keeps companies alive, asking questions. How can we do things differently? How can we do things better? And I think the interim response to that is a very powerful one, because you can take people who've done something extremely successful in a particular part of the industry and bring them into your organization. And with them will no doubt come new ideas of ways of doing things, fresh approaches to how to run teams, and bring everything they've learned into your organization. And immediately, as soon as you inject that interim level of people, you bring forward fresh ideas. And then the trick is to listen to those fresh ideas, try them, implement them, see where that leads to. Because for every company that we hear disappearing off the high street, there's another one that's flourishing. And why are they flourishing? Because they're doing something different. They're adding value to the customer, because at the end of the day, that's all that matters in business.